Hello, coin collectors and history buffs. Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the stories and hidden values behind coins you might just have in your pocket. On Top 1 today, we're taking a closer look at a familiar face in American currency, the United States 1-cent coin from 1996. While most of us see pennies as small change, certain 1996 pennies could actually be worth much more than you'd expect. Join us as we reveal the history, unique features, and potential value of this common yet extraordinary coin. Make sure to stick around until the end, where we'll reveal how much this 1996 penny could be worth if it's in prime condition. To understand the significance of the 1996 penny, it helps to take a quick look back at what was happening in the US at the time. The mid-1990s was a period of economic growth and technological advancements. Bill Clinton was in his first term as president, and the country was entering the digital age with the rise of the internet. While major technological advancements were underway, traditional currency remained largely unchanged. The humble penny, featuring Abraham Lincoln's profile, continued to be a staple of U.S. currency, symbolizing the values and heritage of the nation. Even though the design of the penny hadn't changed much, 1996 marked a period of increased interest in rare and collectible coins. This renewed interest, combined with the possibility of finding rare minting errors, makes the 1996 penny especially intriguing for collectors today. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1996 penny. The obverse side features the profile of Abraham Lincoln, an American icon who is celebrated for his leadership during the Civil War and for championing the abolition of slavery. Lincoln's image first appeared on the penny in 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of his birth, and has remained there ever since. His dignified profile represents integrity, unity, and resilience, qualities that Americans admire and that make this coin even more special. The reverse side of the 1996 penny displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to honor Lincoln's 150th birthday. The intricate details of the memorial are impressive, even on such a small scale, and if you look closely, you can even see a tiny engraving of Lincoln's statue between the columns. This thoughtful design makes each penny a mini work of art, celebrating both Lincoln's legacy and the country's architectural achievements. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1996 penny is the possibility of finding unique variations or minting errors that can increase its value. Minting errors are essentially mistakes that occur during the production process, and while they might sound like flaws, they actually make the coin much more valuable to collectors. Some known errors on 1996 pennies include double die strikes, where parts of the design, such as the date or lettering, appear doubled due to a misalignment during minting. This doubling effect is highly desirable among collectors, especially if it's prominent and affects key areas of the design. Another intriguing feature to look out for is what's known as an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin blank, or planchet, isn't properly aligned with the dies during the minting process. The result is a coin where part of the design is missing or misaligned, which can make it quite rare. Off-center strikes on 1996 pennies are relatively uncommon, so finding one can make your penny significantly more valuable. In addition to these errors, some 1996 pennies feature die cracks, small, raised lines on the surface of the coin that occur when the die used to strike the coin develops a crack. These cracks are like fingerprints that make each coin unique, adding to their collectability. If you happen to come across a 1996 penny with one of these errors, it could be worth much more than a standard penny.as with any collectible coin. The condition of a 1996 penny is crucial in determining its value. Coins that have been circulated show signs of wear, including scratches, fading, and other signs of use. These coins, while interesting, are generally less valuable than those that have been preserved in excellent condition. If you have a 1996 penny that looks shiny and nearly untouched, you could have a mint state coin on your hands. In the world of coin collecting, mint state coins are graded on a scale from MS 60 to MS 70, with MS 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. The closer your coin is to mint state condition, the more valuable it becomes. Uncirculated coins are especially prized by collectors because they're closest to the condition they were in when they were first minted. If you're lucky enough to have a 1996 penny in pristine condition, you could be looking at a significant increase in value. The 1996 penny holds a special appeal for collectors for several reasons. First, it's part of the long-standing Lincoln penny series, which is one of the most iconic coin series in American history. This connection to a historical figure and an enduring design makes it popular with collectors of all levels. Secondly, the potential for finding rare errors or variations makes the 1996 penny an exciting find. Collectors love the thrill of hunting for these unique coins, as errors and variants make each coin distinctive. The chance of uncovering a valuable double die strike or off-center error adds an element of surprise to each search. Finally, the 1996 penny represents a relatively recent but increasingly collectible era of U.S. coinage. As more collectors recognize the value of coins from the late 20th century, the demand for these pennies continues to grow. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the 1996 penny offers a perfect blend of historical significance, artistic value, and collector intrigue. If you're wondering whether your 1996 penny might be valuable, there are a few key things to check for. First, look closely at the date and inscriptions to see if there's any doubling, which could indicate a double die error. Next, examine the edges and alignment of the design to see if the coin has any off-center strikes or die cracks, both of which can make the penny more valuable. After inspecting for errors, assess the condition of your coin. The better the condition, the higher its potential value, especially if it's uncirculated and shows no signs of wear. Finally, if you're uncertain about the value of your 1996 penny, consider taking it to a professional coin appraiser. They can help you determine if your penny is a hidden gem waiting to be uncovered. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. If you're fortunate enough to have a 1996 penny with a rare minting error or in pristine, uncirculated condition, you might be holding onto something truly special. With the right combination of rarity and condition, a 1996 penny could be worth as much as $35,000. That's right, $35,000 for a single penny. Who would have thought that something as small as a penny could hold such incredible value? So, if you have some old coins lying around, take a moment to examine them closely. You might just be sitting on a treasure. Top 2, we're diving into a piece of American currency that you may find rattling around in a drawer, the United States 1-cent coin from 1981. You might be surprised to learn that this seemingly ordinary penny could actually be worth a lot more than its face value. Stick around as we uncover the design, history, collector appeal, and potential value of the 1981 penny, and you'll definitely want to stay until the end to find out just how much it could be worth. To understand the significance of the 1981 penny, we need to go back to a unique time in U.S. history. The early 1980s was a period of economic change in the United States, with inflation rates beginning to stabilize after the high inflation of the 1970s. However, the cost of producing coins, especially pennies, continued to be a concern for the U.S. Mint due to the rising price of copper. At this point, the penny was still composed primarily of 95% copper, but the Mint was actively exploring alternative materials to reduce production costs. In fact, 1981 was the last full year that the penny would be made almost entirely out of copper. By 1982, the U.S. Mint had decided to switch to a copper-plated zinc composition, making 1981 pennies part of the final era of all copper cents. This detail has made the 1981 penny a favorite among collectors, as it marks the end of a significant chapter in the history of U.S. coinage. The 1981 U.S. 1-cent coin features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, a design that has been on the penny since 1909 to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday. Known for his pivotal role in American history, Lincoln represents integrity, unity, and the spirit of freedom. His profile on the penny is a timeless symbol of the values that the United States holds dear. On the reverse side of the 1981 penny, we see the Lincoln Memorial, which has been on the back of the penny since 1959. This image of the memorial not only honors the legacy of Lincoln, but also celebrates American unity. If you look closely, you can even spot a tiny depiction of the Lincoln statue between the columns, a small yet intricate detail that makes this design special. This classic look makes the 1981 penny both iconic and nostalgic for collectors. One of the factors that makes the 1981 penny especially intriguing is the possibility of rare variants and minting errors. Minting errors are highly prized by collectors because they make each error coin unique, adding to its rarity and value. Some 1981 pennies were struck with errors like double die strikes, where parts of the design appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. This doubling can be seen in the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile and can increase the coin's value dramatically. Additionally, some 1981 pennies may exhibit what's known as a weak strike. This means that the coin wasn't struck with full force, causing parts of the design to appear faint or incomplete. These variations are rare, and collectors love finding these types of minting errors because they make each coin distinct. Another interesting variant to look out for is the S mint mark on 1981 pennies, indicating they were minted in San Francisco as proof coins. Proof pennies are specially made for collectors with a mirror-like finish and exceptional detail, making them stand out from standard circulation coins. If you happen to have a 1981 penny with an S mint mark in flawless condition, it could be quite valuable. As with all collectible coins, the condition of a 1981 penny plays a crucial role in determining its value. Coins that have been in circulation often show signs of wear, scratches, and discoloration, which can lower their value. However, a 1981 penny that has been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition is much more appealing to collectors and can command a higher price. In the world of coin collecting, coins in mint state condition, often graded between MS 60 and MS 70, are the most valuable. The closer a coin is to its original, untouched state, the more it's worth. So, if you come across a 1981 penny that looks shiny and new, you might want to set it aside. It could be a valuable find. The 1981 penny holds a special appeal to collectors for a few reasons. First, it represents the end of an era. Being one of the last years, the penny was made primarily from copper before the transition to a zinc-based composition. This historical shift adds meaning to the 1981 penny, making it a desirable addition to any coin collection. Secondly, the potential for finding rare minting errors, like double die strikes or proof coins with S mint marks, makes the 1981 penny even more exciting. Collectors are always on the hunt for unique variations and errors that can set their coins apart from standard issues, and the 1981 penny offers these intriguing possibilities. If you're wondering whether your 1981 penny might be valuable, there are a few key factors to consider. First, check its condition. Does it look close to its original, uncirculated state? Next, look for any mint marks or signs of unique characteristics, like the S mint mark for proof coins, or an unusual shine that might indicate a proof strike. Finally, examine the coin for any potential errors, like doubled letters or faint areas, which can increase its value significantly. If you think you've found a 1981 penny with one or more of these features, consider taking it to a professional coin appraiser to confirm its worth. Getting an expert opinion is a great way to know whether your penny is just an ordinary coin or a hidden gem. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. A well-preserved 1981 penny with a rare error or unique feature can fetch a significant amount in the collector's market. And if you're fortunate enough to have one in pristine condition with a desirable minting error, it could be worth as much as $40,000. Yes, you heard that right, $40,000 for a single penny. Who would have thought that such a small coin could hold so much potential value? So, if you've got some old pennies lying around, it's worth giving them a closer look. You might be holding a hidden treasure. Top 3, we're taking a deep dive into a coin that you might have lying around in your pocket or spare change jar. The United States 1-cent coin from 1983. Now, most people think of pennies as just small change, but let me tell you, some 1983 pennies could actually be worth a whole lot more than their face value. Stick around until the end of this video, where we'll reveal just how much a 1983 penny could be worth today, and you might just be sitting on a hidden treasure. Before we get into the specifics of why the 1983 penny is so special, let's set the stage. The year 1983 marked an important transition in U.S. coinage. Up until 1982, pennies were made of 95% copper, but the cost of copper was rising sharply, making it more expensive to produce the coin. In response, the U.S. Mint switched the penny's composition to a copper-plated zinc alloy, which was much cheaper to produce. Now, here's the twist. While the new copper-plated zinc pennies started being minted in 1982, there were still a small number of pennies that were mistakenly struck using the old, copper composition in 1983. This is what makes certain 1983 pennies so rare and valuable. If you happen to find one made of solid copper instead of the usual zinc core, you could be holding onto a very rare piece of American history. Let's take a quick look at the design of the 1983 penny. On the obverse side, you'll see the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln. Since 1909, Lincoln has been featured on the penny as a tribute to his leadership during the Civil War and his pivotal role in shaping American history. His image is a symbol of strength, unity, and the enduring values of the United States. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which was introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The memorial's design features the columns of the building with an image of Lincoln's statue in the center. It's one of the most recognizable monuments in the United States, and its depiction on the penny represents the nation's respect and admiration for Lincoln's legacy. But what makes the 1983 penny particularly exciting isn't the design. It's the composition and the potential for finding errors that make it so valuable for collectors to so. What's all the fuss about the 1983 penny? Well, the big secret is that, in 1983, some pennies were mistakenly struck with the old copper composition instead of the new copper-plated zinc alloy. These pennies made from solid copper are incredibly rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. If you're wondering whether your 1983 penny might be a rare find, here are some tips to help you spot the valuable ones. Check the composition. The first thing to check is the composition. Most 1983 pennies are made of copper-plated zinc, but a small number were made from solid copper. You can check the composition by using a magnet. If the penny is attracted to the magnet, it's likely made from copper-plated zinc. However, if it doesn't stick to the magnet, it could be made of solid copper. Keep in mind that the copper version is much rarer. Look for minting errors. Inspect the design carefully. Look for signs of doubling in the date, the lettering, or the Lincoln Memorial. Check for off-center strikes or any unusual features. If you spot any of these errors, you could have a valuable coin on your hands. Examine the condition. The condition of the coin matters a lot. Pennies that are in near-perfect or uncirculated condition are far more valuable than those that have been circulated heavily. Look for coins that have sharp details and no signs of wear. The better the condition, the higher the value. Get your coin graded. If you think you have a valuable 1983 penny, it's worth having it professionally graded. Coin grading services, like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can evaluate the condition of your coin and give it a grade. A higher grade means more money. Collectors are drawn to the 1983 penny for several reasons. First, it's part of the long-standing Lincoln Cent series, which is one of the most beloved and historically significant coin series in the United States. Second, the chance of finding a rare copper penny or a coin with a minting error makes the 1983 penny an exciting piece to collect. Whether you're looking for a minting error or a pristine specimen, the 1983 penny offers a lot of possibilities for discovery. Moreover, the 1983 penny is relatively recent, which means it's still accessible to collectors who are just starting out. The thrill of finding a rare coin from only a few decades ago is an added bonus that many collectors love. So, how much could your 1983 penny be worth? Well, if you've managed to find a 1983 penny with a rare copper composition or a valuable minting error like a double die or off-center strike, you might be in for a big surprise. With the right combination of rarity, condition, and error, your penny could be worth as much as $38,000. That's right, $38,000 for a single penny. It's amazing how something so small can hold so much value. So, if you have a stash of pennies from 1983, or if you come across one while going through your change, make sure to take a closer look. It could be worth a lot more than you think. Thanks for tuning in today, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest coin discoveries. Until next time, happy hunting, and may you find treasure in the most unexpected places.